Now let's get right to it with our first franchisor presentation, Marco's Pizza. I would like to welcome Ron Stilwell and Shannon Iverson. Thank you both for being here. We're so happy to have you.
Thank you, Mary Jo. Good morning. It's great to be here today. And I want to thank Mary Jo and the Franchise Times team for putting on such a great event. I'm Ron Stilwell, Chief Development Officer with Marco's, and with me today is our very talented Shannon Iverson, our Marco's Franchise Sales Manager.
Good morning, everyone. Pleasure to be here today.
We are here today to share some exciting reasons why we think Marco's Pizza might be the right opportunity for you. The biggest question we always get is, with so many pizza concepts out there, how is it that Marco's keeps growing and is one of the fastest growing franchises in America? Well, we hope to answer that question for you today. You see, Marco's has more than quadrupled the number of open units in the past decade. There were only 217 locations in 2010, and we just opened our 1,000th store in 2020. Because of that, we continue to win many accolades and awards, including some from our friends here at Franchise Times. Marco's is also part of a $46 billion industry, and 30% of Americans eat pizza at least once a week. Can you believe that? 30% of America eats pizza at least once a week. Because of this, Marco's over the decade has also been seen as recession-proof. But now, we can also be viewed as pandemic-proof. In fact, Marco's had its best year ever in 2020. Best of all, we still have plenty of room for our new franchisees and multi-unit investors to enter the Marco's system. If you are unfamiliar with Marco's, we would like to show you a quick highlight video explaining more about who we are. Please play the anthem.
Hello, coffee tables, pool tables, no tables, and tables that always carry an open invitation. Hello to the lights of Friday night and to the glow of the perfect night in. Overnighters you never want to end. The late nights that are just getting started. These are the primo moments, the ones we've been a part of for 40 years. Let's make more of them. Let's keep rising for those who stand up. Sit beside those whose words never get old. And to the seasons we say hello. To the curtain calls, finales, and days like today that can only be topped by nights like tonight. This is what Primo is about. This is why we do what we do, why we take the time to put in so much more in here, on here, out there. So say hello to 2018 and beyond, to 1,000 stores. Hello to what's next at Marco's. Every store, every day, the Italian way. This is Marco's. Hello, Primo.
Well, like the video said, in 2018, we set our sights on 1,000 units. And I remember this time very clearly because I just started with the brand and I was so thrilled to be a part of my favorite pizza company. But I was also very honored to have been selected as part of the team that would help us achieve this great milestone. I'll admit we had some COVID challenges like several other businesses, but by working very closely with our franchisees to adapt to the changing business conditions like contactless delivery and pickup, plus safety protocols, we actually managed to thrive during this time. And while many restaurant concepts have struggled during the pandemic, and our hearts truly go out to those businesses, Marco's was uniquely positioned as an essential business with takeout and delivery. And as a result, our franchisees system-wide have consistently achieved weekly sales records. And in the midst of the pandemic, I'm proud to say that we did actually open our 1,000th store. So why is Marco's so successful? Well, if you've tried our pizza, then I'm thinking you already know the answer. But we believe that the number one reason is the quality of our pizza. We make our dough fresh daily. The same goes for our sauce. Our cheese is real. It's never frozen. And the same goes for our toppings as well. And we believe that this is what truly sets us apart from our competition. And we know that our guests are taking notice as well. In fact, America voted Marco's the most loved pizza in a Harris poll in 2019. So for those of you who don't know the Marco's story, Marco's was founded in 1978 here in the greater Toledo area by Italian-born Pasquale Gianmarco, also known as Pat. He was fed up with the lack of good quality pizza delivery systems, so he sought to create an authentic Italian pizza. In his words, he said, a truly artisan pie created with fresh dough and the highest quality ingredients that also could be swiftly delivered to homes. So let's hear directly from Pat on why quality is so important, plus a little bit about our Italian heritage. Please play Pat's video.
A friend of mine was getting married in Monroe, Michigan, and we came to Toledo to rent tuxedos. And I said, this would be a good place to put a pizza shop. That was July of 1978. It'll be 40 years this year. Grew up in Italy in a town called Sulmona. Over there, you go to the butcher, buy the meat. You go to the dairy guy and you buy the milk and cheese. You go to the best vegetables and herbs, and the chickens were raised in the back. So you'd make things that are more natural. You ate really healthy, really good. I wanted to open up a pizza operation with quality ingredients, and I just was going to sell pizza and sell sandwiches. Even when I was getting ready to open up, people would say, why are you putting a pizzeria here? Why are you putting that, And I said, well, because ours is a lot better than these other ones. We opened up, and fortunately, it did as good as I thought. They just loved Marco's Pizza. And they would come from 20 miles away a lot of times. And we would just start opening up more locations where we knew people were coming from. I didn't have any marketing type skills, but I had an idea. As long as I knew there were people there, they would eat Marco's Pizza. One big reason that Marco's separates from these other chains is we make things as fresh as possible. Our dough is made every day. When we make our Marco's pizza sauce, we start with the best Roma tomatoes, and then we use 3 different types of cheeses. Not frozen, not brought in already, whatever. Our vegetables are fresh, never frozen. Our meats are the best quality on there. And we bake it in a perfect way. That's how we get this great Marco's pizza with a nice, beautiful golden crust. I've always had a passion for quality and make sure the details were there. I was in Italy last year and ran into some people from different parts of the United States, and we got to talking, and they knew that I owned Marco's Pizza. And they go, oh my God, it's my favorite pizza. I'm in the other side of the world. And they talk about how they love Marco's Pizza. Our goal is to always be the #1 pizza company in every market that we're in. I feel like we did something very good, and it grew to be even better and better. Primo, to me, being Italian, sounds like something, prime, something up there. Primo is first. Marco's Pizza is primo. Allora, vieni qua all'America e mangi una pizza spettacolare.
Another reason Marco's is so successful is the people. We really are a people-first organization. However, visionary leadership is also an important ingredient to any company's success. We also believe in having a strong support team and state-of-the-art training programs. These ensure franchisees are successful. With over 200 years of franchise and restaurant experience, our leadership team has developed a growth-driven culture centered around a people-first mentality. We have a passion for everything we do at Marco's. We would like to take a moment and have you watch a quick video to meet our CEO, president, and founder, since they could not be here today. Please play the leadership.
I met Pat on a Friday night at 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock in Marco's office. He walked by and he stuck his head in the door and said, who the hell are you? And I introduced myself and I said, who the hell are you? And he said, I'm Pat Gianmarco. I own this place. I said, well, congratulations. You have a national brand, which eventually became 1,000 stores.
He had a brick in his office for a long time. He was, we're going to build. I go, Jack, we're doing this brick. We're going to build, man, at all costs. I go, what? I go, take it easy, man. Let's get it.
I still have the brick. And it's somebody gave it to me and had it engraved. It says build, because I like to build.
Well, you understood business and you understand franchising and concepts. Find neighborhoods like this with lots of rooftops and a lot of high schools and kids and families and put out the best product than anybody else in the area.
An important component as well, when you think about a people first mentality, right? It's your number one filter. How does this impact the people that work within the organization? You got to put the time in, and you've got to have a passion for the business, you've got to have a passion for the product, and you have to have a passion for people. And if you have those elements, you have the winning recipe.
Our product is superior for lots of reasons. It isn't just better product. I mean, it is better product because we get the best flour, spring wheat flour from Minnesota. We filter the water so it's more consistent throughout the country. The tomatoes come out of California. We try to remove the seeds from the tomato sauce because that takes the bitterness away. We make everything fresh in our stores. Our dough's made there. We make the pizza sauce there. We put the spices there. Nothing's frozen. I mean, I should be saying certain things out loud, but it's true.
That's what drives that consistency, is that intense focus on the product quality and exceptional creativity. So every pizza goes out looking and tasting the same.
People is a key ingredient, not just a great product, we got that, but if the people don't execute what we're trying to get them to do so their business and their stores are successful, you got to have that infrastructure.
You first have to find franchisees. You've got to build sales. You got to have profitable pizza shops. You've got to have the talent within stores to be able to build the next store. I mean, so there's a lot that go into that, and there's a lot of talent here at Marco's that helps us achieve that every day.
I think quality breeds quality.
What I can tell you for sure is Pat Gianmarco and the team have perfected how to operate a Marco's. Follow that model and you'll succeed.
We did the hard part and the hard work and the inventing and the setup for you. So, like he said, follow that 10-point system, listen to what we're trying to show you, and rock it out because you're going to be very successful.
We continue to get up every morning, make our dough, turn our lights on, and sell pizzas. And as a result, we continue to grow a number of units, we continue to grow sales, and we continue to grow profits for our franchisees. And Marco's continues to thrive.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, that's wonderful, right?
Well, another reason why Marco's is one of the fastest growing franchises in America is that we have plenty of available territory in the U.S. for you. And because of this, we plan to strategically double in size by the end of 2025. And we're hoping that you may be a part of these efforts too.
So what does Marco's look like today? As you know, any 40-year-old brand evolves. This is the new Marco's. Typically, we look for 12 to 1,500 square feet. We look for end cap, inline, and standalone units. We really prefer end cap spaces with drive-throughs, such as what you see here. This allows our guests to quickly pick up pizzas for the family and drive off without ever leaving the car. A typical drive-through can move up to about 3 cars a moment. In each of these stores, we've designed these at 12 to 1,500 square feet, and we've designed these sites to be cost-effective but built to last. Each has a touch of Milan, Italy as its influence, such as bright colors, straight lines, and fine touch points. Our kitchens are designed for maximum throughput and efficient labor scheduling. Throughput in these kitchens can easily handle $1.5 million in sales. Another great thing about Marco's is we have a number of approved lenders waiting to provide capital for our expansion. This makes growing at Marco's very easy. Marco's also holds a Fran Fund score in the highest tier possible. A Fran Fund score is similar to your FICO score. This great score at Marco's makes lenders more comfortable lending to our franchisees and makes money more accessible.
Marco's also has a state-of-the-art training system. And as someone who holds a teaching degree and who's gone through this certification program, I have to tell you, I am extremely impressed. We have an 8-week training curriculum for our new franchisees. They are going to start the first week off doing some classroom training. Currently, that's held with Zoom calls, but hopefully we'll resume back here at our headquarters in Toledo. But that first week, we are going to focus on operational basics of managing and marketing a Marco's. They'll then spend 6 weeks at a certified training store where they'll learn everything from proper dishwashing and sanitization to pizza prep, business management, guest services, local store marketing, how to manage the POS system, sales forecaster, labor scheduler, dough forecaster, and also how to access and use our Marco's University e-learning platforms and so much more. They'll then return back to the Zoom classroom training for now for that final week number 8. And during that week, they are going to focus on business management training like P&Ls, employee engagement, as well as operations mastery. These franchisees will then graduate and become certified operators. I'm very proud to say that our marketing team is spearheaded by 2 industry giants. We have Steve Seifert here, who developed Gatorade's Be Like Mike campaign, as well as Chris Tusing, who led advertising strategies for blue chip brands such as Budweiser and Wrigley's. Now, these masters have created and deployed our national television advertising campaign, which now makes Marco's known in all 50 states. And I'm hoping that you've seen our commercials already. But they also oversee new product development, like the creation of our new pizza bowls, which are a big hit, by the way. And here you can see a vast amount of the marketing materials at each franchisee's disposal. And rest assured, the creative team at Marco's, they're working nonstop to provide the best materials to help you be successful. And technology, it's a critical part of any brand that wants to compete in the future. And that not only takes a big investment, but a strong commitment. And I'm also proud to say that Marco's, our technology team, is cutting edge. And over the past few years, we've rolled to a single POS system, a new state-of-the-art ordering platform, a new website, and our Marco's Pizza app. And because of these initiatives, we've shifted a large percentage of our of our sales coming from phone orders to now coming into the system digitally, which requires less labor, thus improving profitability at the franchisee level.
One of the best parts of my job is getting to play with innovation. Marco's is laser focused on innovation and technology and is always developing new ways to harness innovation. We always look for new ways to deliver a better customer experience and build stronger businesses. Think pizza delivery by drone aircraft. Think pizza making robots such as you see here. Those aren't pipe dreams, they're in development. We were actually delivering pizzas with these robots at Bowling Green University. And this pizza making robot that's faster than our fastest pizza maker, well, you'll probably see them sooner than you think as well. We have exciting things happening at Marco's. Another exciting thing at Marco's is our franchisees. As most of you know, franchisees are who make any brand successful. At Marco's, our franchisees really stand out and make our brand what it is today. We have a caring culture that's embedded in everything we do. Please take a moment and listen to one of our multi-unit franchisees as he describes how he and his team live and breathe this daily culture at Marco's on a daily basis.
My name is Joe Walker, born and raised here in Columbia, South Carolina, which is the main market that I have developed as part of my Marco's Pizza ventures. Marco's Pizza embraces the corporate mentality of people first. It's truly empowering and emboldening your employees, the people that you touch every day, to go and pursue their dreams, much like Marco's Pizza has afforded me the opportunity to do. The people first message really hit home for me in October of 2015. We were struck by a natural disaster, a flood, 1,000-year flood that impacted tens of thousands of residents of this community, a community that is my home. I remember being on a coordination call with our president and COO, Tony Labardi, and I said, Tony, you got to understand, we have to get product to these stores, not to sell, but to feed this community. And I'll never forget it. He said, Joe, if it takes a helicopter, it's coming. And he bore that burden and got us the supplies that we needed to continue to pump out thousands and thousands of free pizzas out of multiple Marco's stores here in Columbia, simply to give away and to prop up a community that was hurting. When the corona outbreak started, I got a call from the University of South Carolina Gamecocks football head coach, Will Muschamp. He and his wife, Carol, have been longtime partners through various endeavors with us. Will picked up the phone and said, Carol and I, we see the need. We understand that the frontline medical workers are the real heroes of this endeavor. We want to feed them, and we want Marco's Pizza to feed them. Their initial comment to me, they're the heroes and we want to feed them, spawned the organization Feed Our Heroes, which to date has fed 15,000 healthcare workers across this region, 8 different healthcare campuses. We've expanded the program into nursing homes. The response is humbling because it's absolute appreciation. We seek out every opportunity to find the organizations that are closest to our employees' hearts and pour everything we can into those organizations to support them. Because in supporting those organizations, you're empowering the employee. They know, hey, we've been heard. Marco's Pizza Corporate espouses the same mantra. The beauty of franchising is that while you're all uniform in the output of your product and the systems, you still get to be you as a franchisee. So franchising provides you a system to put out a very uniform product across the brand, but it also provides you a platform of autonomy. Our employees love what they do. They love being a part of this system. And really, it's a familial feel. I mean, this is their team. This is their home. Just to see them show up for work every day is an example of taking action in this community. We see examples daily of our employees giving back at their own individual level across this community. But it's the little anecdotal stories that get whispered in our ears as we're out and about in our day-to-day lives in the community of, hey, I just want you to know your delivery driver went above and beyond with my special needs child on the last delivery and brought him a teddy bear. I've been through a lot in my life, but when that kind of stuff gets whispered in my ear, that's when the tears come to my eyes, because that's what it's all about. Knowing that the culture that you've tried so hard to instill at the top really has made it to the door of your customer.
So what does it take to get pre-qualified and start the path to ownership process? Well, financially, we are looking for at least $150,000 in liquidity and $450,000 in net worth with a minimum credit score of 680. For partnerships, you can combine the liquidity. However, one of the partners will need to meet the net worth requirement. And culturally, which is very important to us here at Marco's, we are looking for the right fit. We're looking for a people first, hospitality always driven individual or group that, of course, is very passionate about providing exceptional guest experiences. Now, prior business ownership or QSR experience, it is a plus, but it's not required. And it's also key to note that we are looking for franchisees that will be actively involved in the success of their Marcos. Now, this doesn't mean that you're required to make pizzas 24 hours a day. It just means that we want you to be passionate about the success of your business, about building your teams, about the guest experience, as well as, reaching those key KPIs that we have set for you as a franchisee. And for those larger multi-unit developers, we understand that you're going to probably have a team that's going to handle the day-to-day operations. So we'll have some conversations about, what those expectations and requirements are as far as having some type of designated operating person or group. So next steps. Well, if you'd like to start learning more about Marcos and interested in joining the Marcos family, we invite you to go to marcosfranchising.com and download our ebook. You can also jump ahead in our qualification process by completing our franchise application, which is also listed on our site.
Well, I know we only have a couple of minutes left, and so there is some questions that have been asked. One of the questions is, Shannon, if you could answer this, what is the franchise fee, and then what is the royalty and advertising fees?
Yeah, absolutely. So the franchise fee, and we do have discounts for veterans and first responders. The franchise fee is $25,000. It's due at time of signing. Our royalty fee is 5.5%, and our advertising fee is 7% total. That's broken down by 5% is going to Marcos. Some of that percentage is used for our national advertising spend, as well as social digital. And then 2% you're going to keep and utilize at the local store level.
Okay. And we have one more question I can answer real quick. It says, I have heard that Marcos has ghost kitchens as an option. We do have 4 ghost kitchens operating throughout the United States as a test. We're currently not selling any of those because it is a test, but we're testing those with 4 different franchisees throughout the system. And with that, I believe we will turn it back over to Mary Jo. Thank you very much.
Thank you all.
Thank you very much, Ron and Shannon. We really appreciate you being with us today. Thank you. Stay tuned, everyone. Our next presentation will be starting at 10:45 Central Time.